Day 4.
When we got up that morning, we had to go have breakfast at Patu's because we thought we'd not try anything new. Actually, we hadn't exhausted all of the options on the menu yet, so...
Because we kept learning new things.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, now that I know what that is.
Exactly. The more we translated, the more options we had. So we did that, and we decided that we were just going to leave our day open, and we were going to just go explore. So we whipped out our awesome map that we got from the tourist office. There is a free museum per our map and the little supplemental pages, and we're gonna go check it out. And it was, I think, 38 degrees that morning, felt like 30. So we thought, okay, well, we'll wander over there. Brie and I are in skirts because we're smart, and the wind was awesome. We finally find the military museum, and it was bloody Martha cold. So we go to the military museum. Actually, we hid out in the chapel in the military museum because it was open and out of the wind. And then we went inside the military museum where you're not supposed to do any videoing.
Or pictures.
Or pictures. So check these out.
I want to get retroactively arrested for 8 different counts of
right?
refusing to read signs or refusing to listen to signs. I read them. I have pictures of them. I actually have a picture of the camera that was supposed to stop me from taking pictures.
It's pretty cool. So now we found the Museum of Avila, which was in this old cool house. And it was cool because it took you through the daily life of the citizens of Avila throughout history. And it started out with the Roman history and old pots and stuff that they had been putting back together, farm implements, which were pretty cool.
Guess what you weren't supposed to do in that museum? Take pictures.
Or video.
Or video.
Guess what we did? Admission to that museum also got you into this thing called Santa Tome, which was inside of a church that they had converted into being this museum. And it was really dedicated to all sorts of old archaeological finds of the area around Avila. And then we left that, and across that courtyard there was this place called the Chocolate Cafe. We decided that we were going to break with tradition. We were going to cheat on Patu and go to the Chocolate Cafe at lunchtime. We decided that we would take some different routes because we had walked around the wall, we had looked into the city, we'd seen a whole bunch of stuff. We had gone to some markets and inside and some plazas inside the wall, and we had a lot of fun with that. But we thought, hey, let's walk inside the wall around. And so we did that. And we found tons of poppies, which I could not stop photographing, which is ridiculous, but I could not. And then Brie walked up this little driveway, this little hill, because it was a lamppost, because we had to reenact some Narnia. So she does that, but she also sees that there's this big greenway between the wall and these houses, and there's a trail. So we're like, hey, let's go on a nature trek. Well, up to this point, I was one eye out for a public restroom and one eye on the trail. And it's really hard to find public restrooms in Europe, I think. Every time I've been here, it's really tricky to find a public restroom. So we were striking out, no public restrooms, and we got halfway through our nature trek, and I'm like, no, seriously, no more, can go no further. Brie, do you have some tissue? And she's like, you can't be serious. I'm like, of course I am serious. Of course, it's nature. We are nature people. It's fine. So she passes them off, and oh yeah, I peed at the walls in Avila.
I just peed on the wall in Avila.
It had to be done. We continued our nature trek. This was the first leg of it. And then we got toward the end of the wall, and we thought, well, hey, what's on the outside down here? So we went down out of these little gates. There was a park type area, and the river is running. So we went down to there, and then part 2 of our nature hike happened where we trekked along the river along this path. And that was cool. We saw a bunch of birds, and it was really pretty. We didn't get eaten by mosquitoes, which surprised me, so that was cool.
And then that path ended.
Yes, it did. That path came to an end, but we had a big old field of sticker bushes and grass. Brie and I were in skirts, because that's how we rolled that day. So we decided that we could see the wall, again. So we're like, well, we obviously have to head back that way, but, going back the way we came, we've already seen all that stuff. So we will blaze the trail. And blaze we did. Crossed the street, went over to the wall, because there's these massive boulders. We made it our mission to see how many people would wave to us if we shouted from the rocks. It was fun. And then climbed back up, to the thing. Yeah, we were super tired. We called it early that night. Yeah, because then we were taking off the next morning, so we were gonna pack and do all that. So yeah, that was day 4.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That was Avila.
That was Woo!
Day 5.
Was a travel day, kind of. We left Avila pretty early in the morning, about 9 a.m., 10 a.m. or something like that.
See.
And then we took a train back to Madrid so we could meet up with everybody else. Then owls.
Hey!
So we got into the hotel, everything was great. Then we were hungry. So we all went downstairs to a little restaurant, bar, cafe place. We all got nice and full because we were then going to go on a walking tour of Madrid, which was...
You know.
I was going to say informative, but I didn't pay attention, so I was not informed.
Yeah.
I heard every once in a while I would peek back in, but the problem was that it was a 2.5 hour, 3 hour walking tour of this massive major city with a tour guide who was a little bit soft-spoken because there were so many of us, it was hard to hear him if you were further back. And he's also the least succinct tour guide in the entire world, so you know, we could stand in one square that like had one interesting thing about it, and we would learn about that one interesting thing for 20 minutes. So yeah, so the walking tour was interesting. We got to look around a lot. It was a good like introduction to the city, although I cannot imagine how exhausting it would have been for the people who had just gotten off their plane.
Exactly.
So
It was fun.
on the walking tour, we came across this giant like mercado market. It was just this huge. Oh, it was amazing. And
it's a big box of awesome.
So after the walking tour, everyone who had gotten off the plane predictably took a nap because they needed to. Because my god. So the 3 of us went back to the mercado because we just kind of went right through it during the walking tour, and we wanted to spend more time there because we were hungry and it looked amazing. Mm-hmm. So we spent probably 45 minutes to an hour there. Just
easy.
Yeah, easy. Just wandering around, buying some produce for the mornings. And I got a crepe.
And olives.
And olives. These delicious olives. Oh my god. Yeah. It was amazing. Everything there was amazing.
Foodgasm. Oh god.
Yep, so it was pretty much the best thing ever. And now it's chill time.
No, really, for real. We did get to chill.
We did get to chill for a little while. Upload pictures, etc.
Blog.
Mm-hmm. And then the professors, I keep wanting to call them the coaches because every time I go on these trips I'm always with my debate coaches. But no, the professors, Marcus and Brent, the most adorable not couple ever.
Bromance.
Total bromance.
Oh, so cute.
And you know how I feel about bromance. So they paid for dinner that night, and also there was this guy with an amazing mustache who was
him out.
a ninja because it took me probably an hour to get a picture of him.
Yep, absolutely. 90% of dinner.
I've been really shoepocalypse this trip.
What happened here? It's a shoepocalypse.
And yeah, and then I think we went to bed because it was a long day.
It was a long day.
Day 6. Day 7?